Yeah, it's the one and only King Judah, reporting live from the All praises to the Most High, yeah. You know how. Yeah, you gotta cut them people off, they just in the way. They'll stab you in your back and lie to your face. You say it's all love, but nigga, I can feel the hate. You don't know how they keep it real, well let me demonstrate. You gotta cut them people off, they just in the way. They'll stab you in your back and lie to your face. You say it's all love, but nigga, I can feel the hate. You don't know how they keep it real, well let me demonstrate. Yeah, the Most High done turned me to a whole soldier. I done changed up so much, homie, I don't know you. I done switched up, I'm giving you the cold shoulder. Man, this world so damn cold, you thought it froze over. But I won't let it get to me. I got that righteous energy. Brother, you gotta stay patient and don't get caught up in the matrix. Cause it's so easy to lose yourself. In this world full of drugs, you abuse yourself. If you hang around demons, then remove yourself. And if it's either you or them, then choose yourself. And don't fall for this culture, that shit is a scam. I don't need this wicked world to tell me who I am. Tell me how I should dress, tell me what I should say, tell me what I could do, tell me where I can stay. Nah, you gotta cut them people off, they just in the way. They'll stab you in your back and lie to your face. You say it's all love, but nigga, I can feel the hate. You don't know how they keep it real, well let me demonstrate. You gotta cut them people off, they just in the way. They'll stab you in your back and lie to your face. You say it's all love, but nigga, I can feel the hate. You don't know how they keep it real, well let me demonstrate.
The reason why we remain stagnant, because a lot of people don't want to see others winning. They don't want to see other people eating, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta be the demonstration. Yeah. We gotta pave the way, cause it's just too many snakes. You got a problem with your folks, tell them face to face. Out the mouth of two witnesses. Let's start from the beginning like Genesis. Too many envious, walking dead Cynthians. My intuition kicking in, leave the premises. Got me feeling like Eddie off of Limitless. They say the devil in the details, let them niggas reveal all they ill intentions, but the righteous gonna prevail. Shouted from the rooftop, soldier strapped with 2 Glocks, dealing with the hoorah. Lot of people shiesty, they'll knife you for that new spot, dig you up a new plot, tear your life into pieces like a last resort. Your ex will run to the ops, have you lost for words. Your own family set you up like the house of cards. I done seen it all, damn it, I done seen it all. Life insurance policies will make them pull a plug. And when you eating good, everybody showing love. But when you down and out, tell me where the hell they at. They crawl back into their hole, that's their habitat. Oh yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Welcome to another broadcast. Eternal Vision's in the building. Gina's in the house. Corrine. Hey. Daughter of the Most High. Double D Animations in the building. Miss Montana, what's going on? What's going on? Prototype. That's what's up. That's what's up. Everybody pound the like button on your way in. So it seems that everything that I've been discussing over the last year just got put in a movie. And wow, the predictive programming is real. So we're talking about the film Leave the World Behind. And it really hones in on the validity of removing yourself from the cities. It really does, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, in the event of a cyber attack, the city pretty much gets sprawled out of control in this film, and those who were on the outskirts of the city seem to be, for the most part, safe. But we got to talk about that as well. It was very interesting. The film was very interesting. Now, either either they are watching us or we just on point. Either they watching us and making movies based on what we saying, or we in those scriptures and the Bible is speaking for itself. Now you can determine today when you listen to this particular broadcast, because ladies and gentlemen, the scripture's been telling us to get out the cities, and I'm going to break it down. And a lot of individuals out there cannot say that they have not been warned. You can't say you have not been warned to what's coming in the future of Babylon, also known as America. The time is now. Right? Now, let's go to this trailer here with no further ado, and I'm going to, start breaking this thing down, man.
There's something wrong with the TV. It's all messed up.
I don't know what that means.
Or what could it mean? It could be over in a couple of hours.
You know something? I'm sure this will turn out to be a big nothing.
We'll look back
To be a big nothing.
Fair use. Federal law allows citizens to redistribute portions of copyright material for the purposes of teaching, edification, commentary, and criticism. This is fair use, transformative in nature. So, as you can see, when the cyber attack hit, it looked like all the electric cars are pretty much stuck, and they're throwing a real shot at Tesla. If you can look up at your screen, you see all the quote unquote smart cars are stuck on the road. Those are all Teslas right there. So, they're telling you without telling you that the grid that they're putting in place right at the moment is being designed to keep you stagnated at some point. And this is a real important scene of the movie. In fact, now somebody say, what movie is this? I mean, if you coming in late and you're not, you don't know what the title is, hey, I'm going to do you a favor and time you out. Now, this movie is something else, man, because even when people were leaving the cities and they were in the country, without communal living, there was still nomad's land. Everybody was still, riling up against each other. There was one scene that it had Kevin Bacon in it. And he's already getting prepared. He's already getting his water. He's already getting, the things he need. And when all hell hit the fan, listen, he wasn't looking out for his neighbors. So it's important not just to leave the city, but be involved in a community of people you can trust who are all preparing together. Because even in the country, without communal living, without people coming together with a like mind, they were still all in all nomad's land, every man for theyself. And that's no way to survive either. Now, this is what we've been talking about for a whole year now, ladies and gentlemen. Now that the powers that be are putting their lesser magic out there, they're putting it right in your face. They're not playing no games. They're telling you just what is going to take place and how it's going to take place. But let's go.
We'll look back on this one day and laugh, I guarantee you.
I think that ship is heading towards us.
So all the ships, they're navigated typically through smart devices and, basically operated through a grid, even our ships. So what they did was they cut off all manners of communication. And once they cut off all communication, take the grid down, everything shuts down, then everybody pretty much go crazy. Everybody pretty much, every man for themselves, everything that the Bible predicted, basically comes true. And I want to go to some scriptures. because the scripture's been warning us. I mean, they've been warning us. A lot of people believe when I'm speaking about leaving the cities and doing communal living, off-grid living, doing these camping trips, and when I'm speaking of these things, people think it's just coming from myself, but it's all biblical, ladies and gentlemen. It is all biblical in the times that we're living in. So it's prophecy. Let me go to, we're going to go to Matthew 10 and 23. And it reads, but when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. So right there in Matthew 10:23 is telling us that we have to be prepared to live like pilgrims in this day and age that we living in. We have to be able to take what's on our back at times, go from one place to the next. And for the person that's saying no fear, we're not promoting fear over here. We're just telling you to prepare. We're telling you to move accordingly. So I don't think in a room full of people who should be intelligent, should, be preview to some of the content, should be even thinking about fear. Because only people who are fearful are people who are stagnant and lazy, people who don't prepare, people who are not looking at what's going on and moving accordingly. Those are the only people who should have anything to fear. So I don't think it's necessary anymore for us to just keep reevaluating. Don't fear. Don't fear. Listen, if you're afraid, that means you're not doing what you need to do. Right? That means you don't take these warnings seriously, even though they put it in the movies as lesser magic, telling you what they're going to do. And everything that they put in these movies come true, ladies and gentlemen. Just like the damn pandemic. You've seen all these movies. You've seen Outbreak. You've seen all of these movies that were put out literally months before everything hit the fan. This is how they communicate to the elite, right? This is what they do. They put these things in place because they have to warn you to what they're going to do. Now you just got to move accordingly. Yeah, they put it in quarantine. They put it in various films, right? The scriptures also tell us in Matthew 10 and 14, and whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of the house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Now, how many of you brothers and sisters are not being heard in the city, in the midst of where you're located? Hold on, let's see here. There we go. How many of you all have been preaching the truth in these certain locations? How many of y'all have been telling the people what's going on in the world? And it's like they don't hear you. It says you need to depart from that house, depart from that city, shake the dust off of your feet. So the Bible has always been telling us to keep it moving. Listen, and a lot of these conclaves and a lot of these cities, listen, the people are long gone. They're in a strong delusion. It's like they're under a spell. They rather just be out here living however, doing whatever, with no type of recourse, with no type of backup plan. They're not thinking about what's going on geopolitically. They're not thinking about what's going on in the world. But you're trying to tell them, hey, shake the dust off your feet and move accordingly. Move with people who are like-minded, right? That's what the scriptures is telling us.
What does that mean?
We shouldn't speculate. Haven't you been picking up on what's going on out there?
Now, there's the scene I was talking about with Kevin Bacon. He was already getting prepared. Mind you, they in the country. For the most part, they not caught up in the hectic, the rigmarole that's going on in the city. But at the same time, hey, you roll up on somebody's door, they got the shotgun ready. Because at that point, you still can't trust your neighbors unless you've already lived in a community with people that you can trust. Literally, people who prepared together, put their resources, minds together. Other than that, even if you're in the country and you by yourself, it's no telling what can happen. There'll be some people that escape from the city and they'll be ready to rummage your home. You know what I'm saying? You won't have that standing army. Let's go to Luke 21 and 21. And it tells us, then let which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. Meaning those who are in the country do not enter into the city. And matter of fact, if you go to the New American Standard Bible, it'll actually tell you the city. It says, then those who are in Judea must flee to the mountains, and those are inside the city must leave. And those who are in the country must not enter the city. So that's what it would be worded if you would translate it into a newer version, right? So it's telling you flat out that we have to be able to live like pilgrims, follow the words of this book, and move accordingly. Let's go.
Going on out there.
I don't want to panic.
And another thing, the animals were communicating. The animals were communicating, ladies and gentlemen. They sent out some type of electromagnetic field, which we've been talking about a great deal of. We've been talking about EMF and things of that nature. So they sent out an electromagnetic field that affected people and animals. Now, a lot of people there was people losing teeth, things of that nature were taking place. And this is what they use. They use this type of technology. So imagine shutting the grid down altogether with a cyber attack. And now they've been bringing up cyber attacks for some time. They've been saying the possibility of a cyber attack. You couple that with some AI, you couple that with some EMF, and the city going crazy. Yeah, it was basically sonic frequencies and noises. Yep.
Go for nothing.
And also, I think the animals were trying to communicate with the people. There's a scene where all the deers come out the woods, and pretty much they don't really have any fear for the people. And this goes into the days of Noah. It really goes into the days of Noah. At least that's how I translated it. When all hell hit the fan, the animal kingdom are going to be looking for the people who are of the Most High. They're literally, when you go into the countries, the animal kingdom are going to make themselves known. For one, they're going to be our food. They're going to be our sustenance. So the Most High is going to work to make our sustenance available for us in the quote unquote wilderness. And so the animals will come out. And so that was an interesting scene. When everything was happening, the animals was just communicating with the people, bro. All right, let's continue.
I don't think this is nothing.
We're in this together till things get back to normal.
There is no going back to normal.
There is no going back to normal. I'm telling you, man, what was going on in them cities was crazy. Isaiah 25:2, it says, for thou hast made of a city an heap. It says, of a defense city a ruin, a palace of strangers to be no city. It shall never be built. See, the cities are pretty much palaces of strangers. The Most High God will reduce it to ashes and heap. All throughout the text is telling you what is to be done, right? Let us continue.
Whoever's pulling the strings wants us to finish it.
As you can see, that's the electromagnetic fields that was hitting certain people. And I think only the EMF will affect certain people. It just depends on what frequency that you're under, right? Because, you know, the Most High God does protect his own. It goes on to say in Joshua 8:4, and he commanded them, saying, behold, ye shall lie in wait against the city. You shall lie in wait against the city, even behind the city. Go not very far from the city, But be ye all ready. But be ye all ready. Now, what does that mean? That means at the very least, ladies and gentlemen, you should be outside of the city, but not far from the city, meaning you still have access to the city, but you in a position where you can skedaddle. You in a position where you can dip, you can get out of the city, meaning you got your little bag packed, you got things ready in case of an emergency. You can get up out of there. See, this is about changing your mind frame, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want these words to fall on dead ears where you believe that I'm just trying to entertain y'all, when really this is a real message and this is all scriptural. So keep everything in context when you watching my content and understand that this is real. These are warnings from the Most High, and Satan has to use the movies to tell you what they're doing. So you can't say you have not been warned. They believe in karmatic debt. They believe if they can tell you they're going to do something, and they're showing you what they're going to do in the movies. And if you don't take heed, then they believe that no karma comes back to them. This is how the Satanists work. This is how those who practice, Luciferianism work. The quote unquote, they call themselves light bearers because they have this insight and they have this knowledge. They put it out there, but people don't listen. People don't watch. You have to watch everything with spiritual eyes, man.
Back to normal. There is no going back to normal. Whoever's pulling the strings wants us to finish.
He said they put the cards in place. They want us to finish it. See, this is what they do. Think about the state of the world. In order for a cyber attack to cause the whole city to go into mayhem, that means the cities are already morally degraded to the point of no return. That means city girls and city boys is already up. That means that there's no values, there's no family values, there's no real integrity in the cities. There's no moral equity, there's no justice, there's nothing. In order for these things to work and everything to play out, that means they have to incrementally destroy family, destroy the structure, and give you filth through the airwaves. They have to keep on pouring, wickedness into people through television and programming, so it can be evil enough to make people crash out, right? Now, the scriptures tell us what will happen. It tells us exactly what will happen, and we going back into it because y'all take notes. Y'all take notes of all the scriptures we bringing out. Leviticus 26:31. And I will make your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation, and I will not smell the savor of your sweet odors. Listen, the Lord says, I will make your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries into desolation. This is what he's going to do to the Roman Empire cities. Bring it to utter waste. Let me see. A person says a distraction. Let's get this person out of here. Some of the stuff y'all say in the chat, I just don't get it. So we put her on timeout. Nothing about this is a distraction. Learn how to text in people's chat. All right, let's go.
We're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah.
Leave the world behind. Very interesting title. Because, ladies and gentlemen, God's chosen us supposed to be set apart. We want to be outside of the world, right? Now, we got more verses and scriptures to go to. Because this is real talk. And the scriptures go on to say in Isaiah 22:2, it says, thou that art full of stirs, a tumultuous city, It says, a joyous city, thy slain men are not slain with the sword, nor dead in battle. So what it's talking about is the spiritually dead. A lot of people in these cities are spiritually dead. They're walking around zombies. They don't want to believe what's taking place, no matter what happens. No matter how much warnings that they get. They just don't want to believe it. Although it's crime all in their communities, they don't want to see it. Right? It goes on to tell us. And we are in, let me pull this verse up right here, because we giving y'all them scriptures today. And this is very important. 2 Samuel 17:13. Moreover, if he be gotten into a city, then shall all Israel bring ropes to that city, and will draw it out into the river, until there be not one small stone here. So what it's talking about essentially in this scripture, and it's pretty much giving you a parable. It says, if he gotten into the city, bring ropes to that city and draw out into the river. Now this goes also, if you putting this in ancient times, this goes with being close to the city so you can prepare to build your own. You need resources. You need certain things from the city. This is why it's important to live close by, but be able to get into the country. Like even in the film, right? In the film, there is a body of water, and there's a scene where you can see the city looking like from a distance, but it's right there. It's a great golf fix, but you can be on the country on this side, but you can look off into the city from a distance, and you can see bombs going off. You can hear people screaming. You can hear everything that the Bible said that would happen going on in the city, but you can see it from a distance. You know what I mean? And that's sort of like what it is, man. Heaven and hell. It's a thin line, right? But man, this is crazy. There's something else I wanted to go to. Let me see here. Let's pull this up. And everybody pound the like button if you get an insight and you gain an understanding, right? Because we about to bring something forward. Let's see. There's one scripture in particular that really points to what is about to take place here. So you can get an understanding of some of the chaos that will eventually take place. I'm gonna have to pull this one up. Let's see. And here we go. It's in Zechariah. Man, this is crazy. This is Zechariah 14. And it reads. Hold up. All right. And it reads, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Man. Is the Bible preaching or is it preaching? Are y'all beginning to understand what's taking place here? It says the women will be ravished. People will be rifling through homes. This is what's going to happen because this so-called civilization that you call America ain't that damn civilized. When you really lift the mask or you lift a skirt on the whore Babylon, you're going to find out that she riddled with all kind of STDs. You're going to find out that she cooking down there. Yeah, it's on fire. You're going to find out that your neighbors and the people around you, a lot of them involved in the occult, the Masonic order. You're going to find out who is who, and the purge going to jump off. You think they put all these purge movies out there for no reason? I'm telling you, they put it out there, man. We got to watch this trailer again because every time I'm playing this trailer, there's different nuggets and memories of the film that's going to be brung out. Let's go. Fair use.
What's wrong with the TV? It's all messed up.
I don't know what that means.
What could it mean? It could be over in a couple of hours.
You know something? I'm sure this will turn out to be a big nothing.
And that's how it is, right? That's what people believe. They so plugged into their matrix, to this matrix, when stuff of severity takes place, like such as a cyber attack, you know, something like that happens on TV, you don't really think nothing of it. You think it's only going to come and go. Just like we thought that common cold was going to come and go. That thing stuck around for 2 years. Same thing, bro.
We'll look back on this one day and laugh, I guarantee you.
I think that ship is heading towards us.
What does that mean?
We shouldn't speculate. Haven't you been picking up on what's going on out there?
Now, you see, there's going to be some people who are always watching, always paying attention. People who got outside of the cities a long time ago. And they're preparing. They got out for a reason. But you got some people who just, you know, like the scenic areas, like to live there, and they don't know why they're doing it. So it's important to pay attention, right? Let's go.
No one's panic over nothing. They don't think this is nothing. We're in this together till things get back to normal.
There is no going back to normal. Whoever's pulling the strings.
Now, this film was over 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen. It was 2 hours and 21 minutes. Something else that the film brought out is, who can you trust? It proposes that question, like, who can you really trust when everything hit the fan? Because it seems what they're doing in society right now is creating a lot of distrust among people in general. Like, people don't trust each other. People don't have no common courtesy or care for each other. And then when you in a situation that's desperate, you know what they say, desperate times call for desperate measures. So you got to ask yourself, brothers and sisters, the people that you're around, the people that you surround yourself with, do you trust them? I mean, do you really trust them with your life? Are these people going to hold you down when everything is going downhill? Are they going to be there? I'm telling you. Think about it. Even the family rented out an Airbnb. They just wanted a vacation. The wife wanted to get away from people. They went out, spent some time out, and the family that knocked on the door was their home. And with everything taking off, everything jumping off, they wanted to go back home, right? It was nowhere else to go. And now you have strangers, complete strangers, dwelling together at that point. Now, that's a lot can happen in a situation like that. I'm telling you, this is why I say, when it comes to the Airbnbs and the hotels, like, you just got to be careful with those things as well, right? Let's see.
What's us to finish? gonna be okay, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. For the person who said, let me see. They said, look at R. Kelly and Diddy, trust no one. Sarah Leon, look at Bill Gates and Fauci. Now, do you see what I just did right there? Look at Epstein. See, let's stop here for a moment. Now, do you all know why I just responded that way to that person's comment? Do you all know? Do you all understand why I responded that way? Because it seems as if we, melanated men, are the face of distrust. Even in this film, when the melanated family knocked on the door of their own home, they were shocked, like, this is your home? They didn't trust those people around them. Why? Because of the color of their skin. You don't see what's going on here? So, and then you put a bunch of laughing emojis, like it's comical that you're literally projecting our people as being the face of distrust, when really we some of the most kind-hearted people, most trustworthy people out there. Matter of fact, there's some statistics that came out, and when it comes to kidnapping, it ain't our people doing it. Matter of fact, I seen an interview where it's Caucasian family saying, hey, listen, if you ever missing and you get separated from me in public, go ask a big black guy. And they'll help you find, you're more safe with a big black guy than most nations out there. If you lost at an airport, you lost in this place, lost in that place. So please do spare me trying to make us the face of distrust. What those men did was they took an oath. They got involved with Hollywood. They did the rituals. They're satanic sellouts. And they're satanic sellouts in all nations of people. But what I won't do is allow you, anybody, to sit up here and be like, use us as the face of distrust. That's an agenda in itself. So when everything hit the fan, we are the people not trusted. We're looked at as somebody who gonna grape, ravish, pillage, destroy, and do all manners of evil. Why? Because of campaigns like that they roll out in the media. And then people really be believing that that's how we all are, that we all just evil and wicked. And that's not the case. So I thought I'd just put that out there. Yeah, Leave the World Behind was a film of a lot of exposure to what's taking place, man. Joshua 20:6. And he dwell in that city until he stand before the congregation for judgment. And until the death of the high priest that shall be in those days, then shall the slayer return and come unto his own city and unto his own house, unto the city from whence he fled. See, we're living in those times now where, we're about to enter the congregation for judgment. And the Most High is really dealing with these cities. And when we're looking at what's taking place in the world, it's only a few options. It's only a few options. Number one, you can sit still. You can ignore what's going on. You can say to yourself, hey, I ain't worried about it, which I don't want you to be worried. But I do want you to move accordingly. I do want you to start to think different. At the very least, begin to change your mindset. But you can just keep your head in the sand and believe it's all nonsense. Keep relying on these people for everything. Um, Everything is done online. Keep relying on them for your DoorDash and your Uber Eats and your smart cars and your self-driving cars and vehicles and your 15-minute cities and your grocery stores where you need QR codes. You just keep relying on them, right? And you act like nothing is going on in the world. Or you could take action. You can start to change your mindset. You can move accordingly. And number 3, you can just be 10 toes down and say, you know what? It's time to get involved with some type of communal living. It's time to get involved in the community because those people who start preparing now for whatever's to come, because we don't know when all of this is going to take place. We know what's going to happen. The book of Esdras tell you that it will come a time where a man would desire to leave a city but cannot because the roads will be blocked off. You ain't going nowhere. You're going to have to stay exactly where you at in that smart city, in that 15-minute city. Or you can get 10 toes down, started building with people who see what's going on and are moving accordingly and build with those people. So when everything hit the fan and you looking off from a distance what's taking place in the city, you in utter peace. You chilling. You eating fresh food. You eating some fresh lamb, goats, chickens, turkeys, vegetation. You got your herbs, your gardens. You got all those things ready. And you're not the least bit worried about what's going on in the city because you off in the cut somewhere, chilling, watching what's going on. And I'm not saying to move in haste. Listen carefully, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not telling nobody to be hasty. I'm not telling anybody to be fearful. You can live near a city, but your mind frame has to change at this point. Your mind has to begin to change, meaning you thinking about the possibilities. You thinking about what you may have to do in the next 10 years from now, next 20 years from now. Will these cities offer a future for your children? Will these cities be a good place to raise your children? Will these places would they be ideal for family? Think about that. Just think about it. Let's see. Let's go off until we got more scriptures left. And we are in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 22:8. And many nations shall pass by this city, and they shall say, every man to his neighbor, wherefore have the Lord done thus unto this great city? Where's the Lord at in these cities? There'll come a time where people say, wherefore have the Lord done thus unto this city, this great city? There'll be people walking around saying, what has God done to this city? What has the Lord done to this great city that we call Babylon, America, New York City, DC, Philadelphia? What has the Lord done to us? People have to walk around and literally question, where's God at here? Look at what's going on. They're going to look outside their door and be like, wow, look at what's taking place out there. Where's the Lord at? People are not even going to believe God exists. Why? Because they were under a strong delusion. They wasn't moving accordingly. They wasn't tapped in and plugged in. Listen, I'm giving you the truth that your churches are not giving you. I'm giving you the truth that your churches are not giving you. Your pastors are supposed to be telling you this in Sunday school, but it don't feel good. It don't feel good knowing that you have to make changes in your life, that you have to make physical changes and do things that are different and outside of the box. They're not getting you prepared for the mark of the beast that's coming. They're not talking about the book of Revelations. They're not talking about anything going on in the world, y'all. Do you realize that? Only thing they're doing is giving you feel-good messages. Listen, I give you feel-good messages too, because every now and then we need to be motivated in that way. There's nothing wrong with being motivated. There's nothing wrong with positive messages. But you got to understand, everything ain't positive. There's things happening in the world that you have to move for. You have to have a serious mind in these days as well. But the church is not going to tell you that. Why? Because the churches are paid for. Matter of fact, you think those sanctuaries and solemn assemblies are going to be places you can run to when all hell is hitting the fan? Hell, if you late on your rent, them people ain't coming to help you out. All the tithe and offerings you put into these churches, they ain't giving you nothing if you short on your bills. Let alone help you out in a catastrophic event. These preachers gonna be somewhere on their private planes in the country. Let me tell you something. You think they don't know what's going on? Matter of fact, in this movie here, the brother that was in the film who was rich, living in that big house in the country, he talks about the cabal. He talks about some of his clients and how most people within the industry, we talking about preachers, and I'm paraphrasing at this point, but we talking about preachers, government officials, politicians, and so forth. Satan has such a grasp on the cabal, on what you call the Illuminati, the occult, that it really runs itself. And what I mean by that is there's no one man sitting there that know exactly what's going to happen. The wheels are in motion already. So the most that the elite get is a heads up. The most they get is a heads up. So that's what's happening. They get a heads up. Hey, move your family to this location. Hey, how you think Oprah bought all that land in Maui weeks before those laser beams crashed into the island and destroyed it? Why you think she did a land grant right before? The elite get heads up. They know certain things is going to happen. So they're going to be prepared. They're going to go to their shelters. They're going to go to their countries. They're going to go on vacations right at the right time. But the chosen ones, we're not supposed to know this stuff. We're not supposed to be previewed to certain information of events that's taking place. But through the Holy Spirit, the Ruach Hadash, through the Spirit, we know what's coming. Why? Because the Lord has given us, He's given us installs, He's given us downloads, and when we see these things, when we see them communicating through their films, we know what they're doing because we're seeing it through spiritual eyes. I'm telling you. Yeah, they get a heads up. That's about it. Somebody said get bicycles, skateboards, roller skates, etc. No electricity, no operation or gas pumps. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do tangibly to prepare. Somebody said Mark Cuban just sold the Mavericks $2.2 billion. I wonder what that's about. Yes, Authentic says this movie 100% confirmation for a lot of things. Absolutely. That's real talk. Somebody said 2024 is not looking too good at all. Well, I want you to remain optimistic. Remain optimistic. It's going to be good for God's people. For those who are in the truth, those who are really about it, those who are serving the Most High. Life is going to be good for us regardless. You got to understand. Those who want to tuck their head in the sand and choose not to see what's taking place, those people are going to have it rough, man. Because when reality hit, it hit like a ton of bricks. Seriously, it hit like a ton of bricks. And the word tells us, let's go. Let's go. And we in 2 Kings. Actually, we are in hold on, let me pull this other scripture up. Let's go. Now, I think I read this verse, but I want to go to the second verse on it. No, Leviticus 26:31. It says, "And I will make your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation, and I will not smell the savor of thy sweet odors." The next verse says, "And I will bring the land into desolation, and your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished at it." See, your enemies are going to be brought into desolation as well. So what you got to understand is when you get out of these cities and you begin to separate yourself, listen, people are going to be astonished to what they see. They're going to be astonished for what's taking place. But they've been warned, but they wanted to be enemies to y'all, man. Chosen ones, they didn't take you seriously. They took you lightly. They didn't believe what you had to say. They treated you like trash. They poke fun at you. They talked about you behind your back. They read you for filth. They treated you like trash. And at the end of the day, once you really plug in and you link in and you begin to maneuver accordingly, these people are going to be trapped in these hellholes being destroyed. And they're going to be astonished what the Lord is doing to these cities, man. I'm telling you. The Bible been speaking it for some time. And now, mind you, when we're reading from the book of Leviticus, we realize that it's speaking. We realize that what it's speaking about is the siege of Jerusalem, and how, if you read the Josephus, if any of you are a preview to the Josephus, where it talks about people will be eating their own children, bro. Like, it'll be a lack of bread like that, where cannibalism would take off. And all these things happening, and Josephus was documenting all these things that was taking place. We know in context that that's what these descriptions in the Old Testament are talking about, which we went into the New as well, warning you about the cities. But what you got to realize is there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. So although that's in the Old Testament, listen, history just has been repeating itself from day one. You're literally coming up into the days of Noah again. You just don't see it. A lot of people don't see it because they're blinded by the technology. They're blinded by all these advances we have. They're blinded by all the things that we're preview to, and they think that we're living a good life. It ain't like biblical days. Real talk. Somebody said, let me see. It says New Breed. You said, "What now? Oh Lord, not them eating babies." And yeah, like that was really happening. That was really happening. Right now, yep, you have so many distractions at this moment, man. People just don't want to see. Somebody said, "All I hear is that'll never happen, bro." What are you talking? Let's get this person out of here. All I hear is that will never happen, bro. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. My fault. Untime out, silent walk. Unblock him. One of my moderators, unblock silent walk. I get what he was saying. He's saying basically where he's from, all he hearing is, that'll never happen. This will never happen. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to hear from people until it start happening. Somebody unblock, bro. My bad, bro. I thought you was trying to say something else. I thought you were saying, nah, that'll never happen. It's just the way you texted. And I'm real crucial when we on these serious topics. I'm looking at my chat, making sure ain't no scoffers or trolls in here. I mean, this stuff is the real deal. Yeah, bring them back. Moderators, you can unblock them. John 16:13, when the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all the truth. For he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears, he will speak. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's a lot of people don't understand that. Chosen ones, God's people who took the narrow path, they're literally taking the words from the Most High. Like literally, I went through all these scriptures. That wasn't thus saith New Breed. I'm only a vessel being used to put the message out. I'm only a messenger, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what people don't understand in your community, in your environment, in your neighborhood. They don't understand that the Lord speaks through a lot of y'all. They don't get it. They think it's coming from you. They're trying to judge you based on your faults and the things you've done in the past and who you were. Not who you are now, but who you were. And now they're putting themselves in these bad situations. All right, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for unblocking the brother. I mean, this is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Let's put that on the big screen. Let's see. Somebody said, yes, it's time for the chosen. Thank you, Almighty God. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody said the Most High Spirit speaks to man through man. Exactly. Somebody said, I told my family this, say the Lord shaking my head is written. They still go against the grain. They do. And this is why, for those who don't know, those who are watching, I don't just bring out these issues without bringing up solution. As you all know, we have land over 100 acres, unlimited potential farms in North Carolina. Pretty soon, there'll be another land walk that's being done, and we're going to have some sort of workshop for everybody, especially you brothers who want to put your hands to the plow and help develop the land. Though, let me make this clear. Those who are involved in the development process of the land in North Carolina, you will be signing a notarized ledger that will give you lifetime, you hear me? Lifetime access to the land, you and your respective family. So what that means is serious-minded brothers who ready to build, brothers who got skills, trades, brothers who know how to plant, sisters who know how to plant gardens, people with green thumbs, people with the ingenuity and the ability. If you are serious-minded, listen, that's real riches, right? That's real wealth, I should say. Having some land in a community with people who are like-minded, that is real wealth. Listen, Ye been trying to tell us something over the last few years. Y'all be thinking it's weird that Ye is a billionaire, but he be wearing like raggedy clothes, dressing like a bum, doing certain things. The message he's trying to give you is what you look at as wealth right now, what you look at as riches, the materialism, the earthly possessions that people really be chasing after. It really has no value. All of the Versace, Da Vinci, and Prada and all of that. Listen, none of that stuff has any real value. There's going to come a time where a well is valuable. Do you know the amount of money it costs that some brothers are spending on outfits? Literally, can get a well built, get a well dug. Do you understand? Like, when you put things in a perspective, the money that people have been spending on rent, you can go get you an old RV, save up, get an old RV, and you can live in that thing. You can live in it in case something go down. You got a vehicle, you got transportation and somewhere to lay your head, especially you brothers out there who don't have children. You don't really have family like that, which is a lot of brothers. A lot of brothers are single. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much you can do to get a better bang for your buck. The money that it's just like you gotta just move in wisdom in these days, yo. And as the ministry is moving, as brothers in truth are making certain moves, you can see the movies, they're telling you what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah, sisters too. Sisters are welcome, you know. Sisters are welcome to join us on the land as well, of course. But I'm saying brothers because we the ones who build. Here's a little news flash, ladies. Men build everything. I know a lot of you sisters say think you don't need no man, but look, wouldn't be no highways, wouldn't be no railroad system, it wouldn't be nothing, wouldn't be no buildings. Just look around. Everything you see, men built that. Men build everything, y'all. Women ain't build the land up. So when I'm saying men, I'm not excluding ladies, but what I'm saying is brothers going to be doing the grunt work to get the land established. That's just how it's going to have to work. Right. Somebody said, thank God for bringing the people together speedily. Absolutely. Somebody said, I got an RV for $3,000. Nice shape, certified. See? Now look, the brother spent $3,000 on the RV. Most people are spending $2,000 a month on rent. The brother spent $3,000 on the RV, and guess what? If he ever falls short on the rent and he can't make it, it's getting too rough out here. Guess what? That brother can drive his RV out on the land, help us build, help us develop, and the brother can still be good. You understand? And a lot of jobs are going to be work from home, work from locations. A lot of jobs are going to become online. See, y'all got to see how the Most High is in on all this. You got to see how he's in on all this, because when you look at it, while artificial intelligence is taking jobs, and we're looking at a possible 3-day work week in the future, most people are going to be making their money remotely anyway, y'all. Most people are going to make money remotely. So it gives you an opportunity to be able to make ends meet while at the same time strategizing your departure, strategizing your way out. And I'm going to tell you, when you can see, you can see. It ain't no unseeing what's going to happen, man. Let me tell you, it will be easy just to stay comfortable. Even for myself, it'll be easy just to be like, you know what? I got what I need. You know, Lord blessing me. You know, it is what it is. You know, the convenience of the city, the convenience of everything given, you know, that's the easy route. But to be putting things in place, we don't want to do that. We want to put resistance out there when it comes to actually doing something for ourselves, because we are creatures of habit. I'm tired of relying on other people for all my needs, for my groceries, it feels like they're trying to fatten us up for the slaughter. That's what it feels like. I don't like that feeling. One thing Mom Dukes taught me is how to be independent. I've been an independent brother for a long time. But I never understood true independence until now. I'm telling you. True independence is having your own gardens, your own food, your own stores, your own convenience stores. We got to change our mindset. Stop all the resistance. Resistance is futile, because the world, at the end of the day, the world is going to change regardless. Real talk. Somebody said, definitely feel like they're fattening everyone up so they can survive, so they can't survive physically. I feel the same way. Real talk. Somebody said, I believe that AI is already running out governments of the world, making the decisions for the leaders. Hey, WWJD, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. They actually put some artificial intelligence in a political seat, some type of Secretary of the State position. Yeah, real talk. But you know what it is, brothers and sisters. I had to come through with this broadcast, break that movie down, and make a lesson out of it. Everything that I've been saying the whole year, They put it in the movie. I've been on this campaign talking about leaving the cities for a whole entire year now, ladies and gentlemen. They dropped this movie and they pretty much validated everything that I was talking about. I recommend you go see it. As you're watching it, you're gonna be like, wow, Bree has really been warning us this entire time. It has to be something to it. Either that or those people are sitting there watching us and they're like, oh, that sounds like a good movie idea. I doubt it. I doubt that. It's the scriptures. It's the scriptures. It's biblical prophecy. Now, all praises to the Almighty. Y'all want to support the work? Support me at newbreed.love. Your contributions go a long way to helping us develop the land. Also, for every $10 donation in exchange, you get a love note. It's digital. This love note has a redeemable code where you can shop amongst all of the merchants in our network, and you're able to get discounts. So let's say hypothetically you get 3 love notes. You can take those love notes, purchase, you can purchase you some Marvesies, you can purchase, some of the t-shirts, whatever the case is, and you can get a discount on them. So you may have donated $30, but then after you shop within our network, you end up saving $50 and $60. So, it's setting up an ecosystem, an economy, a barter system, a trade system for our people. So when things do hit the fan, as long as we got internet, we still have ways to trade amongst each other. And what the goal is to bring that into person as well. Bring the love note system in face to face. So we have a barter and a trade system. So newbreed.love, get yourself some love notes, y'all. And pretty soon we're going to take love notes to the next level. And the next level of love notes, people are going to be able to earn commission. Oh, yeah. Did you hear what I said, ladies and gentlemen? Did you hear what I said there? Yeah. So the next level of love notes, for if you're a person who is pretty much getting other people to not even purchase, to donate to the cause and get love notes, you can get a cash reward. So it's all about trading in the death notes for love notes, but also we want to help the people out in any way we can. So there'll be percentages that'll be distributed to people who are helping with the love notes. So I'm telling you, phase 2 is coming with love notes. We're taking a love note system to the next level. And people, you want to get your love notes, be involved. Be involved. I'm telling you, years down the line, y'all going to see what is being built over here. You're going to see the insight and the foresight that's going on, right? And you're going to get it. But all praises to the Most High. Thank each and every one of y'all for coming through, supporting. Turn that post notification bell on so you can get videos as they're being uploaded. Also, if you like the track that you heard earlier, that's myself featuring Jakeem Judah, and you can find that exclusively on New Breed Music and Motivation. Look, thank each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good one. With that being said, shalom and peace.